Hey there, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Uh, Comments. Computer was acting kind of wonky, so I don't have my usual other monitors running. Did find the extra long cable for the other camera, so we got a slightly disparate view. I'm going to be working on getting this router table set up. I won't. I'm probably not going to be on that long because I'm kind of tired, but I wanted to, not skip streaming because I've been doing it too much lately. Oh, fun thing. Meaning not a fun thing this morning. Got a notice that I could get in to see the neuromuscular specialist early being 90 minutes after I got the text, and I'm about a 2-hour drive away from when I got the message, so that was not going to work out. I will keep an eye out, and it's 2 weeks from today, assuming all goes well. Hey Gwen, nice to see you on. So first thing I got to do is I need to make sure the plate for the router is flush with the rest of the table so it doesn't snag. These little screws here, there's spots for 8 of them. I can only find 4, but you use them to like lift up the plate. So I'll get started on that. I don't have anything overly noisy running, so I should be able to leave the sound on. I'll try and talk, though I'm not sure how well you'll hear me with my face away from the camera. Calipers, I want to see what size. I mean, it's probably kind of net the text keys. If it right, it's a metric 1. One of these previously. Yep, metric red. 6x1 millimeter red pitch. And they are 6 millimeters. See how much they are on Amazon real quick. Assuming that doesn't crash the browser. Like yesterday, I go early, get some sleep. I got in bed, and couldn't fall asleep till like about midnight. So that was like 4 or 5 hours in bed, just kind of sitting there until I finally dozed off. All right, let's see. Metric. And head style. Come on, register the click. X socket. Okay, there we're going. Okay, so go ahead. This computer is really, really slow today. Sorry about that. Got to build better computer for out here. All right, there we go. Okay, I believe we are back. Crashed the browser there. Sorry about that. Let's get the second camera added back in. Come on. There we go. All right. Looks like we are back. Hopefully you folks can hear me. I'm saying it's all good. And then I have spoken too soon. All right. So they're M6 by 6 millimeter long set screws, and I can't look it up while I'm on the same computer that I'm streaming on. I'll probably do it on my phone, but I'll order them after tonight. But I'm gonna at least get the plate leveled and then start working my way through the rest of the stuff to set it up. Then if I'm still alert and conscious, I will start working on the crosscut sled. But my guess is I'm going to be sleep good and I'm comfortable with, so I will do that tomorrow or maybe Friday. My robot voice is awesome. Glad to hear that. I even rebooted the router earlier today. I could probably buy these in Home Depot on the sides. But see, that's Let me try this real quick.
So I changed the microphone, so hopefully it'll be the one close to where I'm at. Okay, so what was going on here is the spots for the set screws are here, but the lockdown screws are here, 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 and here. These hold it down. The set screws push up or keep it from getting pushed too far down. And when I had the set screws here and then screwed it down here, it kind of bowed the plate a little bit. So it wasn't resting flat, or I wasn't getting it at the right level. Or when I screwed it down, it started pushing down the corners, and stuff wasn't fitting right. So let's see. What I'm using the rule for, or the square, is to oops, that one's a little too tight. Keeping that from pushing up. If it's too high one side and you push back, it'll stop there. If it's too high the other side, it'll stop going the other way. So I just need to oops, wrong way. Just do it to where I can slide freely. Okay. That feels relatively good. Let's screw these down, see how badly it distorts. Still somewhat. Because when you're sliding wood across here, you don't want it to catch on anything. Yeah. This will take a while to properly adjust it. For the moment, this should be okay. At least it's in the ballpark. All right, so we just did this one here, showing me the different sizes stuff I can do here. All right, so we need to get I believe this piece goes like this. And dust collection adapter. And that bag of connectors. Picture the chat real quick there. Glenn says, this is your mod speaking. We experienced some turbulence tonight. It's fun to move the cameras around. Yep, sorry about that. Thank you for your stream flight attendance. Okay. All right. We need 2 of B4s. Let's just go ahead and all right, so let's see what it says is in the B bag. All right, this does look like the right one here. So, all right, so we need 4 of the B11. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, and we need 2 of those. And so put the rest of these back in here. All right, so I believe that's a B4, and that's a B4. Oh, there is another one of those. Must have been stuck in one of the other fixtures. So let's put that one in there. All right, so I got 5 of the 7 now. Okay, and these are Phillips. I have the Phillips driver in here. Is that the wrong way to have that in there? Yeah, looks like it is. It's got a track that fits in on the back half here. Let's try putting it in this way from the edge rather than. It doesn't want to fit that way. The other way looks like it was the correct way, but I needed to get it in the grooves so it would actually fit. So to show you, and I can lift the whole thing up with it. Explains why a screw wasn't able to fit in, because it wasn't fitting tight enough yet. All right. Don't want too much torque on this. Looks like this is really well made, or at least well thought out. I got it based off a recommendation from the Stumpy Nubs channel. All right. Next thing is, all right, so these go in here. And the wood guides. Sure, these things here. They got a ramp up angle. Let's see which way it goes for sure. Okay. Well, the inserts should tell me which way. So one side here. And I should be able to remake these relatively easily, though not necessarily with the particular setup they've got here. I should be able to make them out of wood or plastic. Okay. Not totally snug, but all right. Next step is the B12s. All right, so they go in the top here, and I believe I saw those rods, which are these things here. Now, so according to pictures, these go in the slots first. Okay, those will lock these in place. Not sure exactly what they're for yet, but I believe this is how the picture shows me to set it up. Things out here. Okay. I see we've got some more chats. Let me answer those. Hey, Eric. Nice to see you on. Eric says hello to and Glenn. Eric says each one, fine. Glenn says hello, Erica. Hey, hello, Sorbo. Oh, sorry, it said computer's being really slow. Hero. Yep. Okay. Next step. All right, so next come out of the C bag. Each of the fasteners came in its own bag. So C should be just 3 things. All right. So those lock this in the tracks here. And these, I believe those are accessories and they're just kept back there. This is the C bag, which is not a sewer of any type. It is a bag designated C that contains parts. Okay, so the underside does not need the washer, it's the top side. Ah, okay, that makes sense. So it holds this on here, but you can slide it. Let's see. Okay, you can have the screws be relatively loose. Put them over here, and then lift the whole thing off. And just put it back in. Slide them over. And then you've got your adjustable fence that you can screw down and it won't come off. There you go. All right. And P and Z go in screws back here. And I believe they are in the B bag, which one of these is large one, and the other is a short one. And those are pins, I believe, which get used here so that if you're free routing something, you don't have a fence, that's a solid point that you can use as a safety means so it doesn't like grab and throw it beyond your ability to hold. Okay. All right. Oops. All right. Featherboard, which goes here. And let's grab the stuff. I might take it off because I probably won't be using that. That bag is empty. I'll worry about that later. All right. So, 2B3s, which are these ones here. There we go. See that? Yep. And these sevens, two of them, I believe that's what those are. B1s, two of those. There's the other one there. And B8, two of them. They're the two of the washers. Let's see, is it that size or those look about the same size, so that's probably small ones. Let me check the sizing chart and see. Okay, B7 is a thick one, B9, okay, B8 are the small ones. Yep, okay. All right. Go in there. Oops. The sevens go behind. And these go in front. And these get screwed down. And we now have an adjustable feather board that will set here out of the way. All right. And the other feather board goes in the miter track, which is two more B1s. Two B9s, which are those there. Got B2, which are those. B6s, all those large screws there. All right, I believe that's everything in there. So let me grab the other feather board. Oops. All right. So I see. The way these work is these go in here, and when you screw them tight enough, it spreads this apart and it locks it in the channel. So we put them like this. Very snug fit through here. Then these go there. And a bit here. Just as how you want. Screw them down enough that it spreads the spacer apart. And locks in place. So it looks like it takes a fair amount of force. Let me just take this out. Set aside for now. All right, so got that there. And miter gauge. This is the miter gauge. Just real quick here. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Glenn says, Tony should be following directions pretty well. You should be fine. Yeah. Mrs. Torrance says that I'm not like a lot of guys. I read the directions first. It says, how are you? Oh, I'm doing fairly good. Glenn says, I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? Erica says, rough with here. I'm sorry to that, Erica. Things improve. And Glenn says, announcement. One of the takes all safety precautions seriously. And his glasses are safety rated. Yep. And Glenn says, good to see you in chat tonight. Equality. Hey, it's equality. Equality says, hi, Jordan. Hi, chat. Erica says, hello, equality. How are you? Glenn saying, hi to equality. Equality says, hello, Erica. So good to see you, ladies. And Paul says, hello, I realize you're here. Watch it. I hope all of you are I'm doing reasonably well. You're fairly mobile. Glenn says, hello, and Philip says, we'll be content. I'm putting together a new router table that I need to get because if I'm going to be making a lot of koma, I need a router that is consistent and I can spot adjustments. This is enough koma shape to make 5 of them. So I just need to cut them. But I want to be making more of them, so I have enough on hand that I can sell them or include them with talk that is being made. So this fits in nicely. I'm going to be making a crosscut sled where I can put stuff into different spots. I'm going to have a clamp to hold it, so I'm extra safe. And then I press these stainless steel pins into here, and then we'll be good to go. But if I'm going to be making a lot more of them, I want the router to work properly because the one I had would kind of like sag in the middle, so it's hard to get a consistent height on a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to do it first. And Erica says, hello, fellow. And BS Simon's on hey, BS. Safety sometimes is important issue too. And Brent says, BS Simon, hello. Erica says, hello, BS Simon. And says, hi, go ahead and chat. And hello to Erica too. All right, so let's make sure this fits in the slot. Admittedly, this is the quote-unquote wrong direction, but oops, sorry, didn't mean to make anybody motion sick. Okay, so I can lift up there, but it stays locked in the track. And it looks like it's got set points for common angles. So you can kind of rotate it and then tighten the handle and you get to your appropriate spot. Good. Okay, we got a pretty decent crew. We're up to 17 people watching. Erica says, second tables don't work well. No, they do not. Let's see. We've got, most of them are on Twitter. Okay. Okay. And that's for mounting the push stick. Not sure what that's for. I do not need those because I already modified the plate. Okay, that's giving me tolerances for how to put that there, or how to move that around. Push stick. I need at least an eighth of an, or no more than 1/8 of an inch for the spacers there. How to do things carefully. I'm not sure what these are for. Ah, okay. I see what they're for. Those are extra rigidity for the wood pieces or the guides. I'll have to look at a video or whatever to see what all the stuff is. All right. So this is essentially done. Let me... This is my router. Alrighty. And let me back this up just a little bit so you guys can see a little better. All right. So router lift. What I can do with this is it lets me raise and lower the router with just a touch of a finger here, which saves me a lot of time. Let's see if I can pop that ring off. I couldn't get it off by hand. There we go. That lifts the whole thing off. Let's see. Move these back so the wood's not in the way. This is probably not the way you should take it off, but my hand strength is not there. There we go. That's all the way up. Let's see. I think I went too high. See if I can get it back down again. Or did I break something? Popping off of there. All right. Let's see if I can't fix what I broke. Alrighty. So there's the other way to fix this, which is where did I put that other Allen wrench? That's what I get for forcing something. I'll know not to do that again. Do not want to lose that screw. All right, let's see if I can fix what I... All right, let's try this. That's Torx. There we go. Didn't have to go to the extremes. Got the release going. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and all right. Fixed. I don't think I broke anything either. I did drop a screw. All righty. And it screws in place. That screw is in place. Sorry, bumping the cable on the camera. Snug there. Snug there. Snug there. Okay, so that comes out relatively easy. You just got to get the right angle on it. And this goes any orientation. Ah, there is orientation. So that goes there. It's just one. Yep, it's just one. Okay. So that goes there. And drop that down a little bit. Probably need a smaller thing than that. Well, let's just see if it works. Yep, I got that. And that. Okay, so that's a good way to do it. All right. Now, if I want to change the router bit, I can bring it up like here. I can get to it with the, okay, that works for a height. Don't seem to have any issue there. I can get the yep, I can get to there, and I can hold the button that locks the spindle into place. No, actually, that's not the one I need to hold with that. All right, let's go. May not have gotten that right on. Let's try that again. There we go. That goes in. So does that. There we go. And we can just all right, let's get these things out of the way here. Just going to do a quick test run. Okay. This is a soft start, so and since I'm not making great decisions, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night here. I can catch up the chat. Gwen says, I'm so glad I warned you all about the turbulence earlier. And they're laughing. And Gwen saying that router won't be that shiny forever. I've actually had it for about 10 years. Dust incoming. And Gwen said, yep, even with really good dust collection, you're going to have a little dust that doesn't get sucked up. Yep, also have compressed air to blow it off. Gwen says, Torn has really good dust collection set up. Let me see if I can do this without making you folks too sick. That right there, that big thing, round white, is the filter. And the bag below it is the dust collection. Yeah. Gwen says, thank you all for hitting the thumbs up button. Thank you for the reminder. And Gwen says, woohoo, it works. And B.S. Simon says, my neighbor's ears. Oh, sorry, Pat, I apologize. All right, so I've been at it for, let's see, a little over an hour, so it's not too short of a stream, but tomorrow night I might do a shop stream. I might do a mini Lego stream, probably the mini Lego, just to kind of like decompress. And yes, I'm laughing, and Gwen says it works really well too. Yeah, the soft start is really nice in routers. Interesting thing is, I got that router for free. I had a big space for a 3.25 horsepower porta cable router I picked up in Grizzly like 18 years ago or something like that. And they had a recall on it that I saw. Apparently, the base is not fully isolated, so they've got a replacement base. But apparently, porta cable isn't making as much stuff anymore. So when I asked for that, they said, well, we can't do that for you, but we'll send you this other router. And they sent me this like 2 3/4 horsepower one that comes with the plunge base as well as the fixed base that I'm using here. So I'd say I'm doing in pretty good shape. But yeah, it was a free router. And it does have a router lift option, though the location is a bit weird. So that is what this hole I drilled is for. And the mounting holes, last day or two, I put those in, countersunk them, so that it fits my cabinet. And this is very nice. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. And I am going to go ahead and head out. Sorry for sitting so low, but I need to sit. I will see you folks hopefully tomorrow night if I'm not too sleepy. And as always, everybody, stay safe and happy breeding. We'll try and have working formal by the end of the week, so you get great stuff soon. And when it says you take care of stuff and it lasts longer than if you don't take care of stuff. Yep. All right. Have a good one, folks. Oh, I put. No, I'm not going to try and find a reboot. I'll probably crash the computer. I'm going to reboot it when I'm done. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you later.